So what happens around usually sort of, for example, plant medicine circles is that you end up having this structure that is sort of a pyramid. There's a person on top that is the most knowledgeable. There's a group of people that work with this person. And then there's a group of people who drink with this person. So the person who is on top, the very knowledgeable person, is not alone at all. They're constantly surrounded by people. Where in the place where they're alone is they're alone in peers. They have nobody who is at their level who can call them on their. This doesn't happen in indigenous communities. In indigenous communities, whether it is, your wife, your father, your brother, your sister, your father, somebody's going to call you up on this, right? If you begin to get, somebody who's known you all their life and say, hey, look, I know you since you were a kid and, you're going off the rails. This is much harder in this sort of, isolated, atomized sort of bubble situation that tends to happen around sort of clandestine, plant medicine and psychedelic practices. And this is the last danger for facilitators, because it's the danger that comes the latest. It usually comes late in the life of facilitators. When all the other things have been sorted, the person has a solid sort of team, an operation has been running for years. They're very experienced. They're confident in themselves. They're confident in their work, and it seems that everything is running. They've already done their apprenticeship. And it seems that everything is running smoothly. They're getting late in life. And this is when this new danger appears. And is that who is now going to call you on your blind spots?
And that's where the other pitfalls get even more, say, larger, more likely for a facilitator fall into it: sex, money, power, etc. Because these are the time. Go ahead.
Yeah. And you cannot discern anymore. So what happens then is that basically your shadow that you cannot see begins to manifest itself as intuition. And you begin to feel that you have now this very fine sort of intuitive power, this ability very quickly to sort of see and decide and make decisions and make calls, because you're very experienced, you're very confident, and you're now moving without. But there is whatever aspect of yourself it is that is still unworked will manifest itself as part of this.